This article explores research-backed strategies that organizational leaders can implement to effectively achieve work-life balance and integration. It discusses the importance of leaders setting clear expectations and boundaries around work hours and responsibilities through formal policies, communication of response times, and role modeling healthy behaviors. It also addresses the need for leaders to create intentional boundaries when using technology and shift to a work-to-live mindset. The article outlines techniques leaders can use to make time for rest and recharging, such as scheduling vacations and practicing daily decompression routines. It emphasizes the value of leaders showing empathy, understanding, flexibility, and distributing work equitably. Finally, the article encourages leaders to promote employees' well-being through benefits, on-site activities, and opportunities for volunteer, learning days and growth. The purpose is to provide guidance for optimizing sustainable work-life integration to benefit both individuals and organizations. In today's fast-paced, globally connected, and always-on work environments, maintaining a healthy work-life balance has become increasingly challenging, especially for organizational leaders. The lack of barriers between work and personal life can lead to burnout, stress, and a reduction in productivity if not properly managed. As leaders, setting boundaries around work hours and responsibilities is critical to optimizing performance, well-being, and setting an example for others in the organization to follow. Today, we will explore research-backed strategies that organizational leaders can implement to effectively leave work at work and achieve greater work-life integration. Setting clear expectations through policies and communication. One of the most important ways for leaders to set expectations around work-life balance is through formal policies and clear communication. Research has shown that organizations with formal flexible work policies see employees who are more engaged, less stressed, and more loyal. Golden and Gebrselassie. 2007. Setting clear boundaries around availability, response times, and working hours sends a message to both direct reports and the broader organization. Some strategies leaders can use include establishing core, non-core working hours, designating official, core hours when meetings and collaborations should occur, with flexibility before and after. This allows employees to balance responsibilities while still having predictable windows for teamwork. Gibson et al. 2003. Many companies set core hours from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. to accommodate different schedules. Communicating response time policies. Formally communicate an expected response time for emails, messages, and non-urgent requests like within 24 business hours. This prevents an always-on mentality and gives time for recharging away from digital communication channels. Heyman. 2005. Role modeling healthy behaviors. Leaders should practice what they preach by not sending emails or expecting availability outside of core hours or on weekends as appropriate. Blair Lowy and Wharton. 2002. This leads by example and reinforces the message that personal time should be honored for all. For example, a technology company leader institutes company-wide core hours of 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. with an all-fouls email response policy of within 24 hours on weekdays. By starting and ending her own day accordingly, she role models work-life integration for her direct reports and wider teams, creating intentional boundaries through technology and mindset even with clear policies. Modern communication technologies can blur boundaries if not mindfully managed. Leaders must set their own boundaries through tech habits and perspectives, turning off work notifications after hours, disable work email and messaging notifications on mobile devices outside of work hours to prevent constant interruptions. Chesley. 2014. Switching to focused mode or setting a specific schedule, like replying only between 9 to 5 on weekdays, can keep work from intruding on personal time. Establishing a separate work-personal tech environment. Use a work laptop, phone strictly for job responsibilities to maintain separation. Avoid checking emails or accessing work applications on personal devices, especially in evenings and on weekends. decompression. 2015. Shifting to a work to live mindset, reframe thinking from living to work to prioritizing life, health, learning, and relationships outside the job. View work as a means to an end rather than the main focus, which reduces tendency to bring it home. Casper et al. 2011. For example, a hospital executive turns off all work notifications on her phone from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. daily and on weekends. She also keeps work strictly on her work laptop rather than checking emails on personal devices. As a result, she feels more detached from her job when not physically at work. Making time for rest and recharging. Research shows leaders who make conscious efforts to unplug and recharge experience less burnout and stress over time. Sonnentag. 2003. Some strategies leaders can use include scheduling time off and vacations regularly, plan mandatory vacation and personal days off well in advance. Whether weekly half-days, 2-week vacations annually or longer sabbaticals periodically. Lounsbury and Hoops. 1986. This sends a message that time off will be honored. Observing strict boundaries on vacations, fully unplug and avoid any work responsibilities or conversations when officially away from the office. Erfurt et al. 1992. Come back refreshed with a fresh perspective. Practicing daily decompression routines, incorporate relaxing pre-bed rituals, like reading or meditation, to unwind the mind and body each night from job stresses. Sonnentag and Bayer. 2005. For example, the CEO of a manufacturing firm schedules 2 full weeks of vacation annually and half-days every other Friday. She practices yoga nightly before bed and takes a 1-month sabbatical every 5 years for rejuvenation and learning. As a result, she feels energized and avoid burnout despite a demanding role. Leading with empathy, understanding, and flexibility. The most effective leaders understand personal lives don't always run smoothly and are willing to show flexibility themselves in order to empower direct reports. Some tactics include accommodating unexpected events respectfully, communicate understanding if employees need occasional leeway for family issues, appointments or emergencies. Kosek et al. 2011. Make them feel cared for as whole humans rather than just contributors. Being open about personal challenges, share one's own challenges with caregiving, health issues or life events to encourage transparency and normalize balancing obligations. McDonald et al. 2015. Distributing work flexibly among teams. Respect employees' time by dividing unexpected after-hours responsibilities among teams voluntarily on a rotating basis rather than assigning to the same person each time. Casper et al. 2007. For example, the marketing director of a publishing company is upfront about his daughter's medical needs requiring occasional flexibility. In turn, when last-minute projects arise outside core hours, he polls teams for volunteers to share the load and avoid burnout. His empathy has built loyalty and productivity, encouraging employees' self-care and well-being beyond policies and flexibility. Leaders must value employees' overall well-being through actions that support health, learning and personal pursuits. Some suggestions include offering competitive wellness benefits, provide health insurance, gym memberships, mental health resources, continuing education funds, and other perks that allow employees to invest in themselves. Bardo et al. 2008. Promoting on-site wellness activities, host exercise classes, nutrition workshops or relaxation spaces that make self-care convenient as part of the workday. Goetzel et al. 2014. Granting paid volunteer learning days. Allot paid days off annually for volunteer work, skills development, caregiving or other meaningful personal activities. Marks and Fleming. 1999. For example, a financial services director implemented on-site yoga twice weekly along with annual wellness checks. She also offers 3 paid growth days per year and full tuition reimbursement. This emphasis on holistic health has reduced absenteeism and increased retention. Conclusion: achieving work-life balance has become critical for organizational leaders seeking peak performance, reduced stress, and improved employee engagement and retention. Through establishing clear policies, communications, and technologies to set boundaries, accompanying flexibility and empathy practices, and encouraging employees' well-being, leaders can effectively leave work at work. By leading through research-grounded strategies and industry examples, this paper aimed to provide actionable insights for optimizing work-life integration in ways that uplift both organizations and individuals holistically. With commitment to these practices, leaders can thrive sustainably in their roles while also empowering the whole lives of those they lead.